The 2004 Student Annual Exhibition is now on display at Illinois State University. One of this year's Art Award winners is senior Casey Wells. Wells' piece is called Community Cabaret. It's a walkthrough display representing a cathedral with a disco ball and 70s music.
From conception to completion, the Communion Cabaret was built through a collaborative effort. Over the course of a 3-week period, this 31-foot by 20-foot cross-shaped room was constructed by the joint efforts of over 20 people. The entire interior of this space was painted black and held such low light that the 30-foot walk to the main space was difficult to maneuver through until your eyes got adjusted. Inspired by 14th century cathedral architecture, the interior layout of the Communion Cabaret was designed to showcase 5 works of art, which included Night Vision, Electric Chair, Self-Portrait Subtly Evil, Micro-Macro Disco Dance, and Shattered Stained Glass. Aside from the 2 red spotlights shining on a disco ball suspended from the center of the room, the only light sources inside of this space came from within the artwork itself. To further reference the religious or spiritual experience, the 3 main works made with stained glass, otherwise known as divine light, were positioned within confessional-type units against the outer walls of the cross. A fog machine pumped heavy amounts of smoke into the space to further distort your visual perception. Communion, by definition, is an act or instance of sharing or exchanging as of ideas, messages, opinions, or feelings. A religious or spiritual fellowship. Cabaret, by definition, is a nightclub offering live entertainment. The Communion Cabaret was conceived as an overlapping union of these 2 opposing lifestyles. The blending of these 2 worlds was further demonstrated through a 1-hour surround sound music loop that bounced back and forth between songs from the disco era to music composed during the Age of Enlightenment.
And you might have noticed, Wells' hope was to combine 2 worlds, the Age of Enlightenment era and the disco era.
"6 Minutes to Midnight" is an installation designed to artificially mimic a camping environment. Through a combination of nature, geometry, and technology, it is intended to synthetically replicate natural phenomenon which have produced universal feelings of peace and serenity within us throughout the history of mankind. These simulated settings include stargazing, the sun setting, and observing a campfire burning. 6 Minutes to Midnight is meant to be a complete sensory experience. It is a series of rooms within a room that can be divided into 3 main sections. The hallway hike. This 85-foot long by 4-foot wide hallway wraps a little more than halfway around the entire room, and in conjunction with the rest of the show, black walls, ceiling, and floor enclose this space. Along with the title of the show, its purpose is to build anticipation and create feelings of anxiety within you. There is very low to no light entering into this space, making it experiential rather than visual. The majority of the hallway floor is covered in leaves, sticks, and cedar mulch, which help further heighten your sense of touch, hearing, and smell. The campfire congregation. After working through the hallway's dark path, you will enter into the 18-foot by 18-foot main space, where the sensory experience of smell and sound will continue. Upon entry, you will smell the aroma of cedar, pine, and burnt wood. and hear caged live crickets and other pre-recorded sounds of nature in Dolby Surround. At this moment, you will encounter several points of light and regain visual familiarity. To the immediate right, you will notice a 15-foot wide by 5-foot high light wall. This is a painting of a black silhouetted geometric forest on a white tarp. It is backlit by 6 rotating color light wheels designed to simulate a sunset, which further exposes the irony of this simulacra, controlled nature. Across the opposite side of the room, you will find a 4-foot by 5-foot real-time campfire video projection that is on a 1-hour video looping that reverses and then repeats. Like a moth to a flame, man's dependency on fire as a tool for survival for thousands of years has made it an instinctually captivating experience to witness. Across time and culture, our ancestors have used fire for cooking, warmth, ritual, and congregating. Watching a fire within a group brings a feeling of connection while still remaining an interpersonal, isolated experience. I further demonstrate this communal happening through a semicircle seating arrangement of 6 hollowed-out logs with glass lids and self-contained light that also rotate color and sit approximately 2 foot high and are 2 foot round. All the light sources within the campfire congregation are either rotating or reversing and are intended to represent the cycles of life. The starlit tent, the final room of discovery, the inn, the place of rest, is located just across the room from the main entrance. Through a 3-foot by 3-foot crawl space, you will enter into the 8-foot by 8-foot starlit tent. The floor is lined with foam mattress pads, sleeping bags, and pillows that have been saturated with campfire smoke. The ceiling is shaped into a half-octagon dome with hundreds of shimmering fiber optic points of light to simulate stargazing. I intend for this to become the most comfortable place of relaxation and tranquility within the space. It is here I hope to open you up to that overwhelming feeling of fascination and grandeur I'm sure you have experienced at some point in your life while looking at the stars, and to ponder over the questions you may have asked yourself within those moments.